spell breakers who could actually and actually Infi could really use some rejuvenation right now, but Infi really desperate to take more battles. He knows it's not going to get better than when his avatar wears off. Another staff being used here, double staff, so effective. It looks like a breath of fire being used, only hitting the heroes at this point, but that's still better than nothing. And more staff being used here. What amazing use of staff. We've seen all these bears being saved, and obviously it's so important to stay money efficient. And Infi goes for the bolts around. He knows he's on the back foot now, and he really needs to win by sort of getting some massive thing going for him. And unfortunately, it looks like he just can't quite get it. This panda is so low, but unfortunately for him, this Mountain King can just be silenced. And actually, very nice with that staff, just getting him out of there seconds before the bolt is off cooldown. Obviously, you do need to know exactly what your cooldown, but what your opponent's cooldown is. But it looks like actually obviously th000's going to know that particularly well for human heroes, but just generally very nice use of this Mountain King finally getting out of that pathing that was being used, and this Panda's straight back into this battle. Obviously it's the staff of teleportation to get back into it. Panda's getting perilously close to 6, and so is the Dark Ranger actually. Obviously level 6 would be pretty nice, but and actually being able to steal units when you're unable to produce more is very nice as well, just because it means it's such a huge thing to lose units at this point in the game, because you just can't rebuild them, and if you're just left with your heroes, there's only so much they can do, and certainly they are effective, and especially in late game, just heroes can be pretty nice, but just in terms of hitting and running, but you can actually win the big battles. I'm amazed actually th000 hasn't brought in his tree, sort of all his trees at this point, because he doesn't have any use for them really. I mean, you could try and maybe go for some defensive play if this attack doesn't go well, but I really don't see the need for that. I think it'd be much better if he just brought in all his trees now. And I wonder what's happened to actually all of these bears. He certainly did staff a couple of them away, actually staffing away his panda there as well, which is obviously going to be staffing down to the bottom here. He is through his one bear sitting around here, a couple of dryads actually sitting there, and I don't know what the point of having all those mud golems is. Obviously it'd be so nice to get off all these slopes, even though there's breakers here. It's just nice to get a couple seconds of slow, and then obviously you can dispel it if it's ever sort of recast upon you, because you have dryads with huge amounts of mana, because they have nothing to dispel. And it looks like actually Infi getting a very nice push off here, managing to get that bash, which is so useful. And actually Infi using his staff teleportation, he's made such good use of it. He's put it on all his different heroes, actually using a staff of Sanctuary on it, but it looks like th000 runs up here. Infi could be in a lot of trouble. Obviously you can dispel staff of Sanctuary, something actually lots of people don't know, but it'd be much better to try and focus him down. Obviously that paladin is immobilized for the next little while, and it'd be so nice if he could get that paladin kill. Really needs to get in there very quickly. Will he see it? Looks like he will, yes, and he is starting to do damage, and this paladin gonna be immobilized till he's at full health, and militia being called now. Unfortunately a bad breath of fire being used there by th000, and it looks like actually the paladin might well just survive. Very tricky play here by Infuse, just buying time basically, and actually trying to get some more kills here using a bolt, and I imagine just to kill off this one bear. But it looks like actually we will be seeing this paladin just constantly stuck here. I can't believe th000's actually continuing to do this. He's really just trying fight outside the range of the towers, possibly try and get level 6 as well if he doesn't have it. He does have it on his Dark Ranger, and he's very close to getting it. There it goes on the panda. Very nice here. I don't see a way out for Infi at this point. Some sort of staff being used, just the staff of teleportation being used now by the Mountain King, who will try and get off a bolt, perhaps try and get some lucky kill. But what he really wants to do is get his paladin to full life, so he can go out and get a holy light off, preferably actually on the Dark Ranger. Basically, if you could focus that down, that'd be nice. And actually charm being used there, what an amazing skill charm is, and bringing one of those breakers to you is so nice. Looks like all these strides, it's such low health, but there's just not too much that can be done about it. Maybe the Archmage can chase it down, but it looks like actually this panda getting low, but such nice use of those stabs just means that it's so easy to get away. And obviously moonwalls are so easy to use when you have sort of very few units they actually need to be healing up. You can just heal up a bit and come straight back into this battle, and that's exactly what th000 did. He didn't want to waste any time. A nice breath of fire there going down, taking out that Archmage, and there's no way out of this now for Infi. He's played a valiant game, but I think he's going to go down. A nice surround there as well to top things off. In Divine Shield being used, it looks like th000 decides he doesn't even want to hold position. He's going to lose too many units that way. He can just instead do a whole bunch of damage, really win the war of attrition here. If he wants that hero back, he's going to have to sell a lot of items, and that's just something that's going to lose him the game in and of itself. And actually, Staff of Sanctuary being on this paladin now and not one on the Mountain King, so actually there might be a transfer here, but at this point it's pretty much futile. I mean, you can try and maybe get a lucky kill off on this panda. This panda actually being pretty low in health, but at the same time, this Mountain King doesn't have any mana for a bolt. So very, very nicely played here by th000 all game long. Really shown exactly what you need to do if your opponent goes for towers. I mean, obviously it isn't always chimeras, but it looks like there's a GG. What an amazing game there by both players. I'm going to try and bring you at least a game a day. I probably won't manage to live up to that for the next week or so. So I really hope you enjoyed that, folks. Please feel free to comment and subscribe as ever. Thank you very much, everyone, for subscribing. It's amazing. Even since StarCraft 2's come out, my subscriber numbers have actually increased at a faster rate than normal. I don't know why that's happening, but thank you everyone for subscribing. I think I'm getting close to 1,700 subscribers. Really amazing. Thank you very much. I'll see you folks very soon. Bye.